we are live.
Stream is dead. Long live the stream.
The king is dead. Long live the queen.
Actually, screw that noise. For the Republic!
Given what last night's stream, I guess I gotta throw in the obligatory for the Horde! So, is our DM up and running? I see his thing looking green, but I don't hear no talkie.
I have fixed the talkie problem. I assume you can hear me now?
Yes, now you can be heard.
Alright. So, last time, the party killed a hellhound and very much injured a bunch of timberwolves and killed a few timberwolves, sending the rest of them running in terror. Using a vertibird and grenades and heavy weaponry. It was epic. There was fighting the Valkyries beforehand in the session prior that they started the fight. It was epic.
And there were obviously more songs to go along with it afterwards.
Yes.
An entire air raid playlist.
Yes. And I have given out quest perks to all the crazy people that were involved in that. I tried to base them off of what you all did versus Enclave and the Timber King. So.
Yeah, still forced us to choose, though.
Yeah, I gave some of you 2 perks because I had several ideas. Some of you only got 1 perk. I even gave Pixie a perk that's more centered towards an item, but still. I don't think Pixie will ever use it because she hasn't done combat, ever, but hey, Blue Fox...
Because I'm not level 10 yet. Officially, she's not supposed to be able to do anything until I hit 10, and I officially get top 10% as my starting quest perk thing.
Oh yes, I gave those out.
So she statted out and stuff, but at least from what I understood, I'm not supposed to use her until I'm level 10 and is officially a companion that can actually do things in combat.
Yes, that is true. So,
okay.
Whenever you get to level 10, she is fun thing. But after combat and blowing the Timber King to literal smithereens, and then burning corpses on top of him, and burning his smithereens.
And don't forget also sending all of the souls to the land to the great beyond.
Yes, you did do that.
We don't, because Timberwolves do have a habit of coming back if you don't give their souls a little help passing on.
Indeed. Now, along with doing that, you came back to the car. Soul was either reading a magazine or asleep in the position of reading a magazine. Not really sure. And have landed with great things having happened. And just because it was only for that one combat, because it was epic and everything, Misty, you're gonna need power armor training to use that power armor anymore. So I just wanted to go for that one thing because epic fight is epic. But
thank goodness that we're making not necessarily friends, but alliances with a group that it is known for using power armor, and could offer to train the young one.
so we start. You've arrived back at the Enclave base, and what are you guys doing from here on forth?
Going to move us back to the base on the map, or just going to keep on Imagination Theater for the time being?
I will move you. Just give me a moment.
No worries. I figured
Let's roll 20 road.
I figured it'd be better for the stream aim to have the visuals.
Well,
That is true.
I think we need to sit around for a couple hours while Tatertot pulls out a monkey wrench and some Elmer's glue and upgrades our ride.
Yes, you were going to do that. I will quickly give you a status report on all of your Protectrons as well as the health of your vehicles. Because they actually have health and things.
Yep. I think.
Sadly, that's all.
Yeah, I think that before we head on out, we should not only get the car all properly kitted out, but fix up the Protectrons a bit.
Oh no, I'm disassembling them.
Really?
Yeah.
We don't need them once I'm done moving the power source from the vertibird into the car.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, and we can use them to help further ensure that our light mobile tank is as well armored, and such as we can make it.
Oh no, they don't help with that at all, honestly.
Oh. Shucks.
And while that's going down, if for those watching who are curious, the quest perk I got, well, I was one of the ones who had to choose between two. I decided to go with Vertibuck Pilot, which means now I can fly a Vertibuck whenever and wherever. Move it for the same AP as normal walking at 4 times my movement speed. Take off and land for 10 AP. And for 35 AP, I can go slam the Vertibuck into a target. The whole "this is the greatest plan." And of course, we can't forget for 25 AP, do a barrel roll.
Well, is it a barrel roll or an aileron roll? Because those are two completely different things.
Either way, it's spinning, so it's a good trick.
I mean, a barrel roll is... Well... Anyway. Misty had to choose between Headstrong, which would have, in essence, been all Enclave Pegasi are intimidated as heck by Misty tanking a Gauss pistol to the face, which would equal a plus 25 intimidation bonus against them, so long as they have a weapon that deals less damage than a Gauss pistol. Or Procrastination through Speech, which TLDR, she's become better at talking under extremely tense situations, and whereby she gets a speech skills bonus in those particular situations only. So that's the one I've gone with, cause like that's probably going to be the main times when she's really trying to do speech stuff. So may as well grab it for when it's going to be most used.
That's fair.
Even though I like the flavor of the other one.
Yeah, I can see why that was a real tough decision. Cause my alternate that I had to choose from, just let me go and bring it up, was cybernetic shutdown. Because I got hit with a pulse grenade and lived to tell the tale, I'd take 1d10 less damage from pulse weapons. So between that and a vertibug pilot, they're both kind of niche, but I figured the vertibug pilot is probably the one that would be much more useful in the niches where it becomes viable.
I didn't get a choice.
What'd you get there?
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, basically, I can hit Timberwolves harder now.
You didn't do too much beyond shooting. It's the best I could come up with. I'm sorry.
True, and during the fight with the Enclave, you did kind of run off.
Well, yeah, I had things wanting to murder me showing up. I didn't feel like having a conversation while being, murdered.
True, but now the things that were trying to murder you are now dead.
Oh no, they're coming back. That's the way these things work.
Their souls have been sent to the other side.
Souls.
There are still two Okai Timberwolves and an Alpha that you all didn't deal with. They just ran off.
Well, the Hellhound was the main motivational force behind this, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the impression I
They
got.
did.
He did.
And they did.
Yep. Hellhound be dead. His soul is probably, ironically enough, burning in hell. So, and most of the Timberwolves have been sent along with him.
Oh yeah, I'm not complaining. I was just saying I didn't get an option. But I'm better able to fight Timberwolves now. So.
Mm-hmm. So you'll be better prepared should those guys come back, and thank you Adam for the host. So what everyone else get?
Testing.
What did Masher ultimately end up going with then?
Well, Master either got basically to deal an extra 1d12 damage at 5 less AP with a minigun, or if I'm dropping if I'm made from the air, extra 1d10 damage and 5 foot more radius, which is what I went for because that makes more sense.
Masher likes big boom.
Well, yeah, have you seen a beautiful air explosion, Ibra? It's a thing of glory.
Just don't drop any more pulse grenades around me.
Hello.
Hang on, things got awfully quiet there.
Testing.
Yeah, alright. You okay there now, Gene?
Yep.
Since we're going through for the sake of the audience, while GM is figuring stuff out for all the mechanics, all of that, what kind of perk options, quest perk options did you get, and if you had a choice, which one did you go with?
I didn't get a choice, but I liked it. Skeet shooting. My Griffin is more skilled at shooting down Pegasi. I deal an extra 1d damage to Pegasi with that ranged attack if they're flying. Hit is another d10 bonus, and all cold shots get a +2. And they ignore 2d 5% elemental resistance.
Alright, so Tatertot, you wanted to work on the car and the vertibird dismantling and putting things together?
Yes.
Describe what you're going to try and do to the car, that way I can tell you how many checks it will take.
Well, first things first, I will be taking the main power supplies out of the vertibird and putting them onto the car, and wiring the car to use those. Though if only one is needed, then I'll only need to put one in, of course. Then I'll be taking armor plating off the vertibird and securing it onto the car's weak points to better armor it. And then I'll be dismounting the guns off the vertibird as well.
Those first bunch of actions take 3 repair checks. Then there's an extra 1 repair check for each of the guns you take off of the vertibird, and a repair check for each protectron you dismantle.
So there's the first 3. And then, so 1 for each gun. And then 1 for each protection. Alright, so then one of those I failed was one of the guns, which it wasn't a crit fail, so I assume I get to attempt again.
Yes, you get to attempt taking the Gauss, Gatling laser. Gatling cast.
The
All
Pew Pew
disassembled.
Daka.
Alright, things have been disassembled.
I'm gonna sound like an idiot. How many yards are in a mile?
1700 something.
1760, I think.
Thank you.
According to Google, it is exactly 1760, yes. I'm pretty sure that he Googled it faster.
Holy cow, I got that right.
Yeah, you did.
Now if I could just use that skill for more practical things.
Tatertot, since you're the one dismantling the electrons, you get all the stuff that I just posted in chat from the electron loop.
Alright. Adding it to inventory.
If no one else has things to do, Misty would appreciate help in finding the instructions.
I'm just
Instructions
gonna.
for what?
You're probably not gonna get those instructions unless someone rolls a critical success on a luck check, and even then,
I will
I'm
roll
not.
a critical success on my luck check. I will not. Hey look, a critical on a luck check.
Not the critical I wanted.
All right,
I find jack shit.
all right, all right. Misty, you find a door labeled "Training," and Barry opens it, and a track goes off inside, and the entire room is engulfed in flames as you see a training manual just burned in front of you.
I was fixing it.
No damage is taken.
She drags out the book with her magic.
That's
And stomps it out the fire with her hooves. There's maybe a fifth of the book legible. If she's lucky.
credits.
Yeah,
All you have left are the credits.
screw it. I am rolling with actual dice. These random number generators have been out to get me lately. I am using real dice because at least if I get a bad roll there, I can understand that it's genuinely earned. No, thank you, sidekick. No, thank you, roll 20. Fuck all y'all.
Blame the radiation.
The thing is, there's not much radiation in this building, so
No, that's what Roll20 uses to determine the random number generator, is it measures background radiation of something else, determine it, because it is more random than any algorithm they can make. I don't know like the exact details, but...
Well, why the hell doesn't it like me more?
this is the mean kind of radiation.
Radiation is radiation.
Maybe. Also, maybe not.
Well, listen here, you little smooth skin.
Save your radiation arguments for when talking to an NPC that doesn't understand radiation. Trust me, it'll be worth it.
Great, I now actually need to figure out what my argument is. That said, yes, there are different kinds. There's the kind that tastes like cranberry. There's the kind that tastes like cherry. And there's the kind that tastes like mango, of all things.
Mango flavored radiation. Yum, yum, yum.
Tilt's head in curious bat.
Bat ponies love that. The ghoul bat ponies love the mango radiation.
It might not necessarily be the same radiation that tastes like mango. Apparently it all tastes different depending on the ghoul.
This radiation tastes like cinnamon buns. cinnamon buns. Bleh. For one ghoul, the other ghoul, it tastes like burnt cookies.
Yeah, I suppose that could be possible. It's usually fruit for some reason.
Alright, so
And then there's the bacon rats.
the bacon rad.
Bacon.
Okay. Alright, so Tatertot spends a few hours tinkering around while you search the building, Misty, and have a book that you want just ever so close, but so far away. And it's probably around late morning right now while you're traveling and everything that you've done.
I'm sorry, I missed the question.
There wasn't a question, I was just saying what time it was. But given that it is like late morning and you've been here working and whatnot for a while, have the card augmented and everything, what are you guys going to do? I can bring up the map that we now have because I finally figured out a way to get that done, and it involved MS Paint, and I hated every second of it. I had to create like 3 different maps just to get what I wanted out of it. But I will move you to said map. That way you can actually see where things are now. You guys are the Minecraft bed in the top right corner.
It looks like we're right next to the hole.
No.
Where's the objective? The hole.
All the white squares are places that you haven't discovered, but I couldn't just have nothing there because the map wouldn't work like that.
Oh, I see stuff way up here in the Rads area. We should go there. Wait, so which one is the hole? There or over here?
Over here.
Oh, that says Enclave Base. Okay.
We're supposed to reconvene. Fractured Rangers after.
I suppose our next stop should be back to the Shattered Steel outpost, because all the gear that we picked up that we're not going to use, we did say we were going to give to them.
How do you intend on moving the husk of your vertebrate.
Do you have any duct tape?
Actually, yes, I can just make that.
And never mind, I don't think you can strap it on top.
Hello, shopping network. No thanks, just looking.
And we don't need the husk of the vertebrate anymore. We can just push it inside the enclave base and tell Shattered Steel to have at it.
Click. Hello, home shopping network. No thanks, just looking.
Yes, hello, I'm trying to get to the bakery. They don't have a phone line.
But yes, now whenever I describe things as like, this is here, this is past this place, you can finally understand where I'm talking about.
Well, it only took us how many sessions now to finally get an overworld map? And for the record,
I had this since like day one.
And for the record, I am just teasing.
I know, but I had this since like day one. I just didn't have it in the person, the computer. I also don't have a compass on this map. Let me change that real quick.
That'd be cool.
There is now a compass, so that's also really good.
So, just to check, we went from here all the way to over here.
The island, compared to like what I have on it, I'm not sure how well I've measured it, but yes, technically you did.
And we discovered none of these things in between.
Apparently not.
Okay, imagine if like a child drew a map and they knew where things were, but they were slightly off. Just roll with it, because
No, I'm
this
fine
was
with it.
really hard.
We kept missing the exits.
You ever so slightly skirted around them outside of Pip-Boy range. That's my explanation. All right, but you're going back to the hull and the enclave, not the enclave, the Fracture's jail.
Mm-hmm. Yep. To drop off the loot we promised them. Of course, again, fair warning. We did say that we would have first dibs on things we need to help our survival, but whatever we don't need would go to them.
All right. Last time it was 3 days travel, not including minefield, and you should have a way through the minefield now.
Mm-hmm.
Blew it up.
Well, last
Yeah,
time
yeah.
we were stuck at Ponytron walking speed. Now we can have car
This
speed.
is true.
Question: do any of y'all know how to drive?
Yes.
License and registration, please.
Oh, I don't have those, and I'm a terrible driver. I just know how.
Misty can probably drive. She's got great beginner's luck. See? Look.
Yeah. All right, so it will be a 1.5 day drive, which is half as long as it originally took you because you're going zoom across the landscape in your noisy, loud car.
With all the guns.
And the fact of the matter that the other day you all came through this area zooming around, not nearly as quickly, but still there was a car scraping along the pavement and the dirt. And then now coming back, it's flying basically. Not genuinely flying, but you're going fast. You will notice about halfway there, near where the minefield was, but a little bit past it, you'll notice that as you're driving, zooming across the landscape, you get through the minefield, you had to slow down ever so slightly to make sure that you didn't hit any possible mines that didn't go off. But it wasn't by any major means of slowing down. But you do notice a group perched on a hill a bit to the east. So right about here as you're driving. That's what the heck just happened. I don't know what happened. Alright. Right about here as you're driving. And you're halfway there. Yeah, in that general area. Whereas you all would be more like this. And they're more here. And you're coming along this axis. The group looks ragtag at best, from what you can tell. Roll perception checks for anything more descriptive than that. And there looks to be about 10, maybe 15.
Well, I don't see shit.
On the nose.
Yeah. I was just doing that to bring up my perception real quick. I already rolled with the real dice and... yeah. I don't see shit.
Alright. Well, for those of you that... Oh, Misty got a critical. Yeah, they're certainly going to see things. I'll start with the people that got the lowest, such as Barry, who does not see shit, as she says, and Jean. They look like average wastelanders from here, from what you can see from here, especially with, I believe, who's driving the car, Masher, right? Yeah.
I mean,
And
if
you all
anybody
are
else
just
wants to
flying.
steal the wheel.
Yeah. You all are just flying, so driving around. So Barry and Jean, y'all don't really see anything out of the ordinary. Masher, you barely passed. They're armed. You're not sure like how heavily armed, what kind of weapons they might have, if they're hostile, but they're armed individuals.
Well, it is the wasteland.
Tatertot, you, however, notice a bit more. They are in rustic, scrappy armor. Seem a tad bit jittery and erratic. You would also notice this too, Misty. Obviously. And they resemble pretty heavily raiders, if you had to put in what they were. As I said, there's around 15 of them. And we're just here on this hill, keeping an eye out, it seems. As you come to where you would meet them on an axis, they also are heading towards the road, trying to head off where you all would end up being.
Hit the acceleration.
So they look like raiders?
They look like raiders, yes.
Twitchy raiders, so they're probably high on cows.
I believe we call those speed bumps.
Is this where we do the target practice?
I mean, you can do that if you wish.
Yay! Target practice! Okay, what am I rolling?
Well, what are you using against them?
I don't know. What does the tank have?
Oh, we didn't mount a gun yet.
Ah! Ah! How could you do this to me?
I thought that was one of the rolls you did back at the base.
Nope, that was to dismantle the guns from the
Oh.
vertebrae. I think what I want to do is take this Gatling caster I took off the vertebrate, combine it with the one I already have, make it better, and then wire it up to the power system in this so it's got infinite ammo.
And the minigun?
Yeah.
Sell it.
That makes sense.
Does anyone recall offhand medium range is 100 feet?
Yes.
150, I believe, actually.
Okay. Misty can't do anything until we're 150 feet away from them.
Oh, what range gun do you have? Is it a long range or medium range?
It's a spell.
Cody, aren't you doing your game? Aren't you doing your game?
Oh, and I completely forgot to ask earlier, but how many 2mm EC rounds did I pick up from that Enclave officer? I forgot to ask last time.
I think he's dealing with personal business.
Yeah, I'll have to ask him when he gets back then. Because I've got the gun. I just don't know how much ammo I've got.
Yeah, he's got that habit of.
What was the question? Sorry.
For the Gauss pistol, how much ammo did I pick up?
58.
I couldn't make that out. Could you repeat that?
58, because he is a well-stocked individual that you have killed.
Okay.
He had 60, but he's been doing a bit of shooting.
So take out the 2 shots I used last time. That means I'm down to 56.
Yep.
Okay. Which means, let's see, I did not reload, so that means I should have 8 ammo left in the magazine.
This is several hours since then. You could have easily reloaded.
Yeah, good point. Well, consider reloaded then. Full 12 ammo.
Alright, Misty. You casted your magic and whatnot. There's 15 raiders. Pick a number and see which, and that's the one you hit.
Well, I mean, like, how close or spread out are they? Are they like, raw, we're a mob and we're gonna charge you, or are they like...
They are raw, we're a mob, we're gonna charge you.
Yay, perfect. I blow them up.
84 versus 87. So 73 worth of cold damage.
In 10-foot AoE segments.
Oh, okay. Well, around...
And then they get hit by the car.
They're all still alive. And they're all not having this anymore. Like, fuck it, nope. Not worth it. They have magic. Because these also look mostly like Earth ponies. There is 1 or 2 unicorns. But yeah, magic, no. It's around half of them just turn and start naffing the fuck off. The other ones are still determined, though. So... There's still 7 of them that want to eat your faces off, or steal your drugs, or any of those raider things. Yeah. You throw some magic at them. Half of them are like, fuck that, and start leaving. The other 7 continue trying to charge at you guys.
I mean, it's their funeral. They're charging a moving armored vehicle.
Time to get that splatter spree.
If you better have one of those rice, that big potatoes in. How much of that hamburger was plate?
I knew I should have fixed that pillar on the front to act as an AC as well as a Raider blender.
30 points for each one you hit, 20 for each kill. That's nice. Alright. So, anything else the rest of you are doing as you all start to getting closer and closer to raiders that are also getting closer and closer?
I'm wondering. I'm just quietly wondering when Misty joined the commissariat.
When she got power armor.
Soul will nervously look at the cackling maniac.
This is our group.
Yes, this group is wonderful. I will say so. I actually just love your shenanigans.
Happy to entertain.
I also just love how, we get vertibird. Let's dismantle it, make it into a car.
Did you want us to just take it and fly to the mainland and skip everything?
No, but I wasn't expecting to dismantle and turn into car. I figured, let's fly and do some stupid shit. But I'm also fine with driving around and doing stupid shit.
Look,
I mean-
okay. Final Fantasy 15 at least had a right idea.
Oh yeah. Oh, and technically they didn't even do it first. You ever see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Yeah, we don't mention Chitty Chitty Bang.
I like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I mean, yes, but it's still an unspoken rule that you don't talk about it.
Why?
Clearly, you didn't understand the nuances of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang if you were asking that question.
I seriously don't get it. I love that movie. It's from my childhood. I watched it so damn many times. Like, is it because of the child
Hi,
catcher?
this is me making shit up, and also yes, it's because of the child catcher. Who else would it be because of?
Well, if you ever wanted a mental image for the for the people that your parents ever told you not to get into a car with, now you got one.
I've never seen this movie.
It's a musical. It's from, I want to say,
The same era as Mary Poppins.
yes,
That makes sense.
because Dick Van Dyke is the leading man. Unless I've got my actors mixed up.
Nope, Dick Van Dyke.
Okay, good. I started to worry for a second.
I can't help but think that the movie was made in response to Mary Poppins because, from what I understand, MGM used to be the king of musicals, but when Mary Poppins rolled around, they needed something of their own to to show that they were still the kings. And, well, I don't know how well that went. All I know is I really like the movie.
All right.
And anyone who's watching this probably has no idea what we're talking about if they haven't seen the movie.
If they're watching this, they have access to Google.
This is true.
Yeah. If they don't know how to GTS, then that's their problem.
Yeah, although I
Alright.
do love how the Toot Sweet song is kind of aged a bit better now with the advent of Twitter.
Alright, so. Alright, so. The one that Gene shot drops dead, leaving 6 of them that are in drug-filled rage, trying to come and hit a car.
I suppose I should attempt to dissuade them so I don't have to buff out as many scratches.
I mean, if you guys aren't going to shoot at them, then we're just going to keep shooting.
There. I fired at one of them.
I keep making them slower so that way they can't dodge out of the way.
Yeah, I'm just not really sure how many times I'm going to have to shoot at these guys.
I don't know.
That is-
Pew, 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 pew.
Yep.
I'm just having this as a small thing. You can shoot at them as much as like your AP would allow in one turn. So you guys could probably kill these guys very easily.
Just let me know when I need to roll for roadkill.
I don't know what that means.
He's hitting them with the car.
This is, Grand Theft Auto or whatever, where you just run into people and don't give a singular care.
The thing we've been saying we've been doing since they showed up.
I'm driving this thing like a warthog.
What will you
Be
roll
glad
for?
I'm not driving it like a Mako.
Oh god.
Oh. That does give me an idea for a potential future stream idea. If is the original Mass Effect trilogy available on PC?
I believe it is. Yeah, it is.
Perhaps that could be a future stream idea for me to go and replay them.
Alright, so.
Not only is it on PC, it's on Steam.
Awesome.
To roll to hit them with your car, there isn't a, to hit, there's just... Well, there's a 2-hit, yeah. I'm just not sure what that would be a roll for. What's your repair and mechanics skill?
8.
Yes. Oh, him.
Yeah.
But
What's your skill?
I'm arguing he's from before the war.
Mm-hmm.
He was, not... He was not just your average grunt. They would have, been like, okay, here's how to drive a car in case you need to, get out of there quickly or something.
Wow.
I'm not saying he does it with great finesse. He might not be, a world-winning rally driver.
You don't need much finesse to run over raiders.
Exactly.
Are we using repair and mechanics for driving? If so, move over.
I mean, I got to roll Arcane and Lore to try the Vertibok.
Okay.
Alright, so
We'll give that
driving
another
and crashing into raiders isn't all that difficult. That's fact.
If anything, it'd be the
Roll.
raiders having to roll to. Oh, hey, a car's coming at me. I should get out of the way. Nah, fuck
Right.
that.
Alright,
I'm invincible! Splat!
alright. 25 plus 1d100 for car damage. As you are being hit with a vehicle, while you're hitting them with a vehicle.
That's assuming any of them are still alive by the time impact is made.
And a quarter of whatever damage you do is also dealt to the car after DT is subtracted from it.
So it's 25 plus 1... Or is... I'm sorry. what was it
25
again?
plus 1d100.
Okay, so quick question before I make my rolls. Are any of these guys wearing helmets?
One of them looks like he has a combat helmet, but that's about it.
And how many are still standing?
6 of them.
I will pop sets and take headshots at ones that are not wearing helmets. Both for the same one if he doesn't die, 2 different ones that are not wearing helmets if he does die. Damn it, jammed. Well, fuck that then, because now I have to jam the pistol. Fuck you, roll 20!
Alright, so, Carl, did you do the car roll?
Alright, I'm just making sure I got this right. We're doing A and L? Or what did we ultimately decide on?
25 plus 1d100.
Okay, so I hit them, I just have to actually roll the damage. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a car.
It's not... I have to work to not hit them, and I'm not putting that much work into it.
I should have just gone with my actual physical dice roll instead of the roll 20 dice roll because I rolled. You saw what I rolled for on roll 20. For the actual dice roll, I rolled a bloody 7, just too shy of a crit. And
Okay,
I did 38 damage. Alright, 38. And 1/4 of that is dealt to the car. Then I gotta do the. And I have after I subtract 18 all that. So, 2 of the raiders are still alive after you smack them with your car. They're not happy and they're in pain, and one of them has a broken leg, but they're still alive.
Broken leg, we have to do what every proper horse doctor would do and put them out of their misery.
Exactly.
I guess this is the part where Masher puts it in reverse and goes over him again.
Sure.
wouldn't be GTA without that.
Alright. Roll for that. And Gene rolls and hits one of them and knocks them dead. So the one with the broken leg and the helmet is still there like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, as you back over him.
Do a burnout over his skull.
And he is no longer alive. And there are bloody and dead raiders all over the road where you have run them over.
So, shall we go and loot them for a little bit of extra stuff to get that we can that we can trade in?
Sure.
Loot them.
Out of character, you know the rules of the wasteland. Loot everything.
Alright. So. Yeah, you didn't do much of any damage to the car by hitting them. Maybe scratched it up a bit, but not any actual damage. As for loot, you get 2 reinforced leather armor. Fun, yay. a combat helmet. Let me just actually put this in chat. I have given loot and stuff for running over the raiders. The other ones have naffed off back over the hill in your running over frenzy.
I will be taking those healing potions.
Do they have no ammo for their rifles?
I need to stop, not remembering that. Right. Jesus Christ.
It
We
does
need the
seem
mini bullets.
you seem to have a habit of forgetting the bullets.
I think that these have hollow point variants. If they don't, then I will change this.
Like standard 308 hunting rifles or 32 hunting rifles?
308.
Then, yeah, there's definitely 308 hollow point.
And how long did it take us to travel from point A to point B here? From
A little bit over 1 day and a half. A little bit over that.
Okay, I just
So
need to know
more-
for my bric-a-brac.
One
Oh, fuck.
and a third day. So roll bric-a-brac once. I think.
I end up finding 10 things with bric-a-brac.
Well, what 10 things did you find?
I'm getting to that. I have to edit my macros so that it doesn't roll additionals.
Does anything take the
I have way too many maps.
Gene, I keep forgetting. Is your shotgun a 12 gauge or a 20 gauge?
It's a 12 gauge.
Well then, have I got something for you?
His shotgun is legal, thank you very much.
I'm just grabbing your tokens from the Enclave base map real quick. Give me a sec. All right.
That is what
So,
I got.
51 12 gauge. Nice.
Number 51 is a 12 gauge anti-matrix slug. There's a single one of each of those. Single.
Well, there's 2 squirrel and stick.
That's because I rolled 282 twice.
Alright, so as you drive up upon the radio tower and fractured steel outpost to deliver the various things that you don't need. Nothing happens, you arrive. Yeah, it's just simply you drive up. They recognize you, what you threw, gates and everything. And the pony that you took to the other day will be inside the building.
I don't see a masher.
Hi.
Yeah, you seem to have you missed a masher.
Misa mash.
What he blended in with the map on the Enclave base. I didn't see him.
So
A likely story.
He's not screaming eagle. There we go. Yeah, eagle's the one who blends in with the map.
I don't know what this is.
Just one question. Which side of the road do they drive on in Equestria?
You do realize it's like the post-apocalypse, and you can drive on either side of the road.
Yes, but this would determine where the steering wheel is. Or whatever
Also,
the equivalent is.
Also, proper driving etiquette. Because we don't want to be assholes.
Until we do.
Left side. It's the American style of
Okay.
car.
That's the anti-American, driving on the left side of the road.
I don't
Or is
know.
he saying where the steering thing is? Assume they're built like American style.
They're American
what I'm
style
hearing.
cars. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Marina can.
Refresh my memory. What was this guy's name again?
Pretentious asshole.
Yeah.
I am bad with names.
His name. Let me find it real quick.
Oh. Make them teach me how to use Power Over.
I was thinking about that Misty.
Why is that not written down in here? Paladin. What is his name? I don't have it written down, and I should, but it's not in my
Tiny
fact.
scrotum.
I can confirm that's not his name, but
It is
until I rewatched that stream and add his name, which I thought I had done, and I didn't.
Paladin
Yes, we'll just go with that.
Dance Revolution.
I'll just refer to him as Paladin for now until his name is properly updated.
Yeah, because I have all the names of characters that you haven't met yet, but not him. Because, of course.
Anyway. Greetings, Paladin. We've returned.
Welcome back. I have a feeling that you don't want me wasting too much of your time, being a precious commodity and all that whatnot. So, let's get to the chase. What all did you find out there?
There was indeed an enclave outpost there, and we managed to recover a few items, as we agreed upon, barring anything that we didn't immediately need to help improve our survival chances, because it seemed even though the base was abandoned, the security measures were still active, and a squad of Enclave was alerted to our position, so we had to deal with them.
How well did you deal with them? I don't want any of them following you.
Two dead. One of them being a colonel, or the other two flew off in the other direction.
If you hurry, you might be able to get their vertebra that they left behind.
You didn't think to bring that with you?
Do we look like we know how to fly a vertibus?
Out of character, we did bring the remains of it with us, right?
Wait, how?
Didn't we try and
No, you physically couldn't have carried that. That is something you couldn't have carried.
So we weren't able to jerry rig some kind of way to transport it.
I didn't even try.
You want me to tow a vertibird Hulk around? while I'm splattering raiders.
That would have
No.
upped your time by 5 days because you would have been scraping an entire helicopter behind you.
All right,
Barry,
my
you're assuming I care enough about these
that
parties to
this
make the
has
effort.
been all out of character.
Yeah, I know. Out of character. I
Your
care nothing
face
for
has
this
been out
faction.
of character.
Anyway, my misunderstanding.
Okay.
Yeah. There wasn't much of a means to transport it back, but there are the remains of a vertibug back over at the facility. But we do have a few items. Let me bring up my inventory for the stuff that I have that I was going to give them. All right. Right here, I've got a tri-prism rifle, some security armor, and Equestrian Skyguard armor for you.
Well, thank you for doing this, and we will take all that we can get. Now, I'm going to, out of character, assume that anything else you guys have that you might want to drop off, they're just going to have like a chest outside that you can drop anything off from your inventories in if you want to. So, anything you don't want or don't need, just take it out of your inventory and I will assume it's with them.
Yep. So which means I can take those items out of my inventory now. Good.
Now, you did this for us, and admittedly on a very, very flimsy promise of us getting some support and being allies. Thankfully, I can back that up now. In about 2 days, a naval ship, from back pre-war Equestria times, will be docking a little ways north of here. It has a few pretty good things on it that I think you might be interested in. You said something about wanting cybernetics, and your appearance definitely adds to that. We have a few on board.
Indeed, I do seek cybernetics to improve my abilities to serve as a doctor in the field.
We have a few on board. I'm not sure the exact numbers of which, but I'm sure you might be able to find something of value for your pursuits.
My thanks. Care to show me where it is on the map?
I will do that momentarily. Whenever I'll just drag you to that map in a moment, Barry, and just ping you for you. But
yeah, because this is gonna be put on the Pitbuck map, so we can head out there. Because there's probably some cybernetics there, but there's also gonna be some other good stuff for everyone else, I'd imagine too.
That's what I was about to get at it on it. Now, I'm sure that's the rest of your colleagues here. Specifically, your orange earth pony, your brown earth pony. I know he doesn't really like us all that much. He doesn't seem to like ponies all that much.
You mean Tatertot or Masher? Because we have.
He was referring to Tatertot because Masher, he would say your ghoul friend.
Ah, good. Just clearing that up.
Yeah, the fresh brown or the rotten brown?
Fresh brown. Yeah.
Okay, what
Tatertot.
about you, Masher?
I'm not sure what all he might want or be looking after. But if you figure out what kind of stuff he might want, I can see if we have any on board.
Yeah, I'll speak to him before.
Same with the rest of your party as well. Because various things.
In that case, I thank you very much for sharing your supplies with us. There is one more thing I would be interested in asking. Our little filly Misty has grown quite fond of a set of Enclave power armor, so she's going to be needing some training for how to use it. Could you and your kin offer her some power armor training?
Power armor training. Yes, we could. I assume we have. Well, Enclave power armor and normal Steel Ranger, Fractured Steel, Outcast, other types of power armors. They're very different. Similar, but different. So, yes, we can probably train them. Though, someone would need to get a feel of how it works here first, because I don't think anyone in this base has ever used said power armor.
Barry will call over. Misty!
Unicorn is not replying.
Oh, you mean the...
Of course, that's because you were, doing stuff with Perry.
The reason he isn't responding is because he's asleep, but you don't know he's asleep because he's in his power armor.
Ah, how rude. Don't you know you're supposed to hang a sign when you're sleeping? Put a little sock on your horn or something? Gosh. I thought everybody
that
does.
means something else.
You're not there, so you shush.
Misty, come over here for a moment, would you?
Fine. Be that way.
Would you please, I have a question that could result in you getting some power armor training.
That's good. That one won't say anything. They're grump.
Our paladin and compatriot here says that he and his friends could give you power armor training, but they would need to borrow the armor because apparently the suit of power armor that you picked up is a little bit different from what they wear, so they need to try it out for a little bit to see what the differences are before they can instruct you in how to use it.
They would
What sort of promise you gonna give that you're not just gonna take it or get it blown up?
Well, it's technology, and we sort of pride ourselves on keeping that not destroyed.
Yeah, and you specialize in keeping it.
That's decently true. But we do owe you a bit of a favor for your decision to help us despite having a very thin thread to latch onto. If we do take it, seeing as you could kill Enclave power armored individuals pretty well, I'm going to assume you could probably kill us pretty well if we took it. So I'm not going to do that. I value self-preservation.
Okay.
But we will need to borrow it for around a week. Get our bearings with its differences and the way it functions.
Yeah, that will give us time to see to paying a visit to this ship that you've told us about, and any other odd jobs we still have remaining over near the hole.
Blah.
I knew that was coming.
Wait, why are we going to a ship?
Because
They have a ship of valuables and allies from the mainland coming to the islands. That's going to be a little ways. Let me find the coordinate thingy because I don't want to say the wrong coordinates and then you'll all be confused. They will be west of here. Yes, there we go. It is going to be past a little bit of a ruined city, so you'll have to get through that, and it will be in a small cove that they are planning on docking in. They're not sure of any possible wildlife that you might encounter, nor factions, so they suggest trying to skirt around and get there. He will give you a slip of paper that will have his signature as well as their symbol on it. Sort of a letter of, hey, we're allies. Let us through.
Alright, I'm going
And
to
don't shoot us outside.
I'm going to add a fractured steel writ of passage to my inventory. Okay.
Yeah, they suggest skirting around the backside, going along the coast and everything to get there.
Thank you again. And I suppose at the same time, if you feel free to call on us again if you need our services.
I will keep that in mind.
All right, I'll go make sure all the rest of everything that we have picked up is left out for you to take, and then we shall hopefully, assuming everyone else is on board, make our way to this ship so we can have try to once again further our survivability in this wasteland we find ourselves in.
The ship is supposed to be arriving tomorrow, so you all still have some time tomorrow in game, and so you'll have a rest of the day to do whatever you want to do, as well as about half of tomorrow.
Yeah, still best not lollygag. Thank you once again, Paladin. We shall see you soon.
So where are you guys going?
Misty, you coming?
I just asked where are you guys going. She's gonna see if she can harass them into giving her a little bit of training just in general for like, here is how you put on or take off armor in general. Here are basic things and how things typically appear.
Power Armor
Like-
101 for dummies.
Ah,
Yeah,
Roll
like,
negoti-
this is a HUD. Here is information that appears on a HUD. That sort of stuff.
roll negotiation.
Okay, sure. I am like so good at this. I know all the words. I know the best words.
Oh,
Just
good
you
God.
wait. This is going to be so amazing. I mean, if she had any sort of bonuses or if disposition helped at all, then maybe, but...
No. I mean, they are a little bit higher disposition, but I don't think that's going to help with that roll.
Are they good karma?
These are good karma individuals, yes.
Then I get an additional +1 disposition. Not that I know what that does to my roll.
It's a 21 versus 40 instead.
Pretty sure that's not how disposition works, but okay.
Grabbing the book.
I cannot do that. Wait. Disposition's in the Wasteland Survival Guide, isn't it?
Yes, I'm turning.
I remember having trouble finding it myself. I had to eventually get them to answer that the idea of disposition is that, for one, they're like slightly friendly. 2 is like they're typically happy to see you. 3 is like they'll do most anything as long as it's not like directly risking their life. And 4 is like, okay, they view as like the second coming of Celestia or something like that.
Well, they're currently at 2, so. They see you as friendly allies.
So she's going to point out, like, think of it this way. This is like partial training. Because it means you're just teaching me basic stuff that's boring, and you only have to do it for like half a day. And that way, that's half a day of boring stuff you don't have to do later. Wing guns.
The wing guns. They show you the on button and how EFS works.
Whoa!
The only problem is that they have no clue how the wings work, so if you're wearing this, you have to block.
I mean, she's still leaving the armor with them and stuff. So they'll figure out how to explain most things, and once she's got info on like, here's how power armor in general works, she'd be able to figure out the wings from there. Because again, she's got 13 intelligence, but she needs enough of a foundation to work off of for her to figure that sort of stuff out, I'd think.
Yes.
So, no, like, this is just her getting basic info that they wouldn't even really need to put the armor on for to go, this is a HUD. Here's what HUD stands for. And, you know, stuff like that.
the basics of the basics.
Of the basic.
Basically,
So, you guys can go ahead. She'll fly ahead to catch up.
Basically, this is how the basics of basically basics work.
And while all this is going on, yep, we got a nice little trade for for what we brought them. Apparently, there is a ship up there is coming in from the mainland that has a lot of goodies on there that we could use, and we've been given a writ of passage to allow us to go onto the ship and to help ourselves to some of what they have on there. It'll be arriving tomorrow, so we've got the rest of today and a part of tomorrow to get to this little cove, and so we can meet up with this pre-war ship.
Sure, I'll catch up.
But yeah. Misty will catch up to us after going a little bit of basic. Barry will inform everyone about what she was warned about the town, the suggested route to take.
What's going on with the town? I was actually doing some bookkeeping, so I missed that portion.
Basically, there's a town that's on the way to the cove, but there's no way of knowing what's in there, and we were given a suggested route to try and get to the cove as quickly and as with as few bumps along the way as possible.
Well, here, give me a moment, and I'll get us a little bit better armed. I'm going to mount the Gatling caster onto the pintle mount.
That will definitely help.
Repair mechanics.
Hot damn.
So, you slap it onto the car.
This baby can fit so many Gatling casters in it.
Yes, but you slap it onto the car, and you're not sure how or why by any means, but it does an extra 1d10 damage because you got a critical.
Well, okay then.
I guess I'll be the one manning the Gatling caster since I probably have the best magical energy weapon rating out of everyone here.
Probably.
Insane is not on a battle settle. Yes.
Considering it's an energy weapon, yes. Besides, I'm kind of busy driving.
True.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Well, you know, I had a cloning tank, but then somebody went and stole it.
You should probably go and make a little macro considering, how these things work. So I don't have to manually plug the darn thing in each time.
Would you like me to
Yes,
send
I
you
am.
the macro I've made for the minigun as like a sort of a base to start with?
That would be quite lovely.
Yep, I have put a token for the ship and pinged it. So, that's where you're heading. I'm gonna just love having to put the other islands into my computer whenever you get to them. You have a small bit of the eastmost island, I believe, poking through. So
Okay, so is the green arrow north?
the what?
The green arrow in the lower right corner of the map?
Oh wait, my brain did the wrong thing. I meant to say west. Sorry. Yeah, you are on the eastmost island right now, and a bit of the
Oh, okay,
westmost
never mind.
one.
I see the actual compass now.
Yeah.
I vote we go there.
Yes, because you aren't getting very many rads right now.
No. We only have so much slop.
Well, I suppose.
Oh, so just
I suppose we can make a little detour along the way, as long as we can make sure we get to the to the ship port. Because yeah, we do need to get some rads into Masher for his health.
I mean,
that
I
would
think
be
I've got
past.
enough we can. I think I've got enough we can handle waiting until after we meet the ship. But yes, can I please rat up?
We do have some emergency rads on the ship, or on the car right now if you want. There's some glowing rads, or glowing mole rat meat, I think I just put in there.
Okay, I just need to find. Is there even glowing meat in the book?
I believe that is in the Gilded Cage. I will look it up for you.
Okay.
Yeah, the rads that you are referring to that are being pointed at on the map. Those are past the ship that you're going to. And if you had needed rads, you were closer to them when you were at the military base.
Well, I didn't know those were a thing when we were at the base.
I mean, I brought up the map before you guys left and let you look at it for a minute.
Sorry, I failed.
I mean, it
What else is
doesn't
new?
say anything about rads right by the base we were at, that I can tell.
Right above it.
I thought that was water, honestly. Like past the dark line.
Yes, that's water, but there's an arrow pointing to right here.
So what, is that a road there we could have taken?
Yes, that is a road.
Okay, well, I honestly couldn't tell.
That's fair.
Well, either way, we can.
It is a very.
I
It
can
is a.
laugh on. Go on.
It is a hand-drawn map, so I apologize for things like that. Now you continue like you were going to.
Let's just go to the ship. I can rat up later.
I use a certain masher. If it's not, if it really isn't that much of a side trip, if it's along the way, we can make a brief stop.
Okay, well, continuing up. Okay, above board, if it's not a problem. We can go whenever. I'm trying to not be the problem player, and I feel like I'm failing.
You.
Actually, we may not need to. Isn't the water itself mildly irradiated?
Most likely.
Well, then once we get there to the ship, she can check with her pit buck, and if it is, you can just take a swim for a little bit.
True.
And if not, well, it's on the way to radiation.
So odds are it'll be pretty reasonably radiated, and at least enough for Masher to have a nice long soak.
Indeed, water is
also have a-
dirty.
We also have a dirty water in the car, which has a little bit of radiation. I'm just checking right now. Because I don't know how...
I thought Misty cleaned all of those. You should have poked her about it.
There's one sitting in the car's inventory right now.
Hmm.
That was good 5 rads and one defense slot. Oh. Actually, he probably wants those 7 slops because those give 15 rads each.
Yeah, I put them in there for me. They are all labeled. Masher. You touch, you die.
Well, then we should probably put a label in that. I'll do that right now.
I mean, I figured, y'all, there's plenty of other, like, nicer food that nobody else would touch that.
Okay, I have labeled that on the car. So everyone should have edit powers on that document.
I'm just trying to find the slop in the block safe, and it's not running to find
Page 470.
food.
Page 470 of the lock safe.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Just like, okay, I know cram is an item in here. Why do you not want to find it? Control F.
Alright, I'm going to pull up a map for, like, your starting journey towards the place. Because there's a thing that you would encounter on the way there.
Yeah, still taking my time playing around with this macro. It's got a lot of stuff to swap in and out. Rate of fire weapons are fun, aren't they?
Yes.
Swapping out the label of gun skill for Mew skill. And think, I went in my in the one other game, and made a character that uses one of these kinds of weapons. That bonus that's in the macro, is that for bonus damage?
No, that's for bonus to the skill.
Ah. So
Or
I guess I want to.
skill.
I guess I'm going to for that crit, I'm going to add the 1d10 plus 2 damage to each of the damage rolls. Then.
Yes.
Okay. Working on that. I will of course test the macro once I've got it all done.
I'm sure we'll find a nice tree or house for you to demolish.
Or we can drive back on the road and see if the remainder of the raiders are still there.
Oh, that's true. I still need to get that splatter spree medal.
Okay. Alright, got that label there. So 1d10 plus 2 to each damage roll.
Do you want me to show you a first line of how the macro should be?
Carl sent me the macro he's got for the Gatling, so I'm just modding that.
Okay. Do note that a Gatling caster has a +2 crit fail chance.
A +2 crit fail chance?
Yeah, so if your crit fail is 96, then it crits fail on a 94.
Alright, I'll adjust that to 94 then. Because, yeah, ironically enough, I do crit fail at 96. But first, let's get these damage numbers fixed. I should probably double check what the base damage is.
20 plus 1d10 is the base, so 22 plus 2d10 before any perks you might have.
Okay, 2d10 plus 22. Well, this is one way for me to make up for not being much of a fighter.
That berry turret, we suck at it.
After I'm done modding this, I'm going to copy and paste it to Tatertot so you can give it a once-over, see if it looks good, since you're probably the macro master of this party.
Alright.
Check. Just to check the ammo type, see if there's anything special about that, because with the macro Carl sent me, there's the whole each hit ignores DT and plus percent chance to hit at less than 15 feet. Need to see whether or not those are the same for the Gatling caster.
Well, the
Alright.
percent chance to hit at range was just, point blank.
All right, so
And I imagine that's not the same for the Gatling caster. It's just a big bulky thing.
Nope. They only point blank weapons get that bonus.
I thought short range ones got that too.
Short range, sorry.
Okay, let's see where. is.
I mean, I just copy pasted and expanded on from the SMG
Oh,
macro
a
I
Gatling
had.
caster is a short range weapon. It does have that bonus.
Well, there we go.
What ammo type? ECP.
I assume you guys will be driving the car there.
Oh, yes.
ECP. That's -2 target DT. Yeah, it looks like the Gatling caster ignores less DT than the minigun does. But it looks like it still has that plus 15% chance to hit at less than 15 feet because from what you guys are saying, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so barring me adjusting it for the minus from the for the -2 to crit to the crit to the crit fail penalty, how does that look? I'm taking care of that now and changing the crit fail from 96 to 94.
Alright, I have changed the map, put you all in the right place. Driving along the beach and whatnot. You come up on a small shack. The ship that you might see on the map is just a complete mess that's completely broken apart, sunk into the sea and everything, so it's not salvageable. But the building is mostly intact.
Okay, doing a little test run of that macro just to make sure it works. Whenever you want to, roll 20.
Jam!
I'd say it looks like it works. Yeah, because crit success 5, crit fail 94, 2d10 plus 22. Well, it looks like it works. So, that's good.
All right. So. So. You all can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm. I can.
All right. Well, that's good. You all drive. You all are driving along the coast, and come up to a small little shack-like structure. There's a old boat outside. It's destroyed, sunken into the water. There's a cat roaming around, and the door is locked. If you go and check on that. Beyond that, there's a well out back. Beyond that, there's a well out back and some fishing supplies on the front porch.
Also, could you please move route to the back?
I can do that.
Thank you very much.
Alright. So, Tatertot, for one, you're nowhere near where the door is actually at, but there you
Well,
go.
there's your problem.
Clearly.
Brick
Just
wall.
go
I'm going to pick
door
this.
and try another.
Alright, you pick the lock. Open the door to see wood scattered around, a sofa off in the corner, barrels and whatnot. The place smells like dead fish. And overall, it just seems like a small little person's cabin out here where they decided, I'm going to settle down and fish for the rest of my life. And the fact that there's no skeletons or anything, well, you're not really sure what happened to the person that decided to fish out here for the rest of their life.
So I take it that Masher is currently going for a swim, taking in some much needed rads.
Yeah, he's having a bath.
Alright. We spend around a good while getting a good soak, absorbing some rads. I'd say How many rads do you have right now?
100.
You get 50.
I mean, I could just stay here and keep getting 50.
That is true. You could also stay here and keep getting the temporary perk thing for being clean.
I'm a ghoul. We're never clean.
Relatively clean. So just to make sure I understand what our location is, because I was kind of sidetracked working on the Gatling caster macro.
Continue.
Just making sure I understand that just where we're at, aside from just a shack.
You are about a third of the way along to the ship along the coast.
Okay.
Just outside of the city. And a good while away still. Nothing too dramatic for the car, though.
So about how long would it take us to get taking the quote safe route to get from here to where the ship's going to be?
If there wasn't a obstruction in the path, which you find driving along, in your driving, you spend like about another 30 minutes driving and find some rubble blocking the path along the beach and a road leading into the city and whatnot. So you'll have to go through the outer bit of the city, but it should be a day. Then you might have to camp out a little bit there and wait for the ship to get there.
Yeah. If anything, anything we could just have Master take another good soak while we're there camping.
Indeed.
So once Master feels like he's got, I'm getting some kind of feedback coming in. It is really kind of distracting. But once Smasher feels like he's got enough rats for now, we can head on out, and then we can start ratting up even more once we get to the ocean, to the little cove.
Alright, Master. What rat count do you think we're going to stop at?
Robot.
Super battle droid, take him down!
What rat count you think we're going to stop at?
Oh great, we got a Dalek here.
Okay. How long did
Is this better?
That is better.
Oh dear.
How long of a soak did I just have to get the 50?
You spent about 30 minutes just sitting in the water.
Yeah, an hour-long soak sounds fine.
So you get 100 rads, counting that 50 from earlier. So you're currently at 200 rads.
Yes. Plenty of time for them to loot what little there is to find in the hut.
Yes.
Maybe
Now-
brush some of the blood out of the car.
Yeah, that too. There isn't a fish food item in the actual book, but there is for this game because you're at a fishing shack thing.
Oh my.
It's just gonna have the same stats as mole rat meat, like all the same stats. Except you just have to roll survivalism and have a fishing rod to get it.
Actually, there is fish meat in the gilded cage.
I did not know that.
Page 215.
Well, go by that instead. There is 10 fish in here. Most of the rest of it's rotten. And the rest of it's very rotten and is just skeleton and bones.
Stinking to high heaven.
Besides that, there's a fishing rod, a fishing net, just a couch cushion that's surprisingly very not dirty and very
Well,
soft.
we're taking that and installing it in the car.
And 2 barrels with 50 carry weight. Except that they weigh like 20 pounds, so.
I mean, do we want to strap a couple of tanks onto the outside of the car? Then all we need is a turret and we have our own little T-34.
Sorry, I was distracted by something I realized I could do. What was your question?
There are 2 barrels, each with 50 carry weight. They weigh 20 pounds as well. And he asked if you all wanted to put them on the car.
Oh, yeah, we could definitely put that on there.
Do you have any rope?
Didn't you say there were nets in here? We could use those.
Yes, they are. Alright, roll repair and mechanics for both of them.
Okay, roll in now. There we go.
The car can hold a little bit more stuff now. And if you really wanted to, I guess you could put some sort of alcohol in one of them and have it ferment while you drove around. As you continue driving along, you get to the rubble that I said as earlier and have to go into town. It is still the outskirts of town with a little bit of bits that do come to the seaside. One of which I am putting you on now. I revealed a bit of area on the map. Because I didn't feel like making several maps for this. It's the outskirts of town. There's some houses and whatnot. Nothing too fancy. There's a bakery. It's that building. It's one of the farthest buildings from where you guys are at on the map. And yeah. There's also a sewer drain that you could look in, maybe walk around a bit, do some looting down there, but you can also ignore it if you so wish.
Should we poke around a little bit? Or should we just move on?
I'm fine with poking around.
Alright. I guess I'll just look around. There's a special
This building is a storage room. It seems like plenty of knickknacks and things. Gold pocket watches, pure food, bit of ammo. I will put said things on in the roll screenshots.
Oh, I see. This is one of those touristy trap places.
It is indeed a tourist trap, though someone has stored some ammo in here as well.
Is it collector's ammo, though?
Roll luck.
I was just joking, but sure, what the hell. Nope. Fuck you, roll 20.
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
You find a single 308 round that has a Rainbow Dash cutie mark printed around its casing. That's about it for like unique things.
Is it at least functional?
It is a functional round, yes.
Perfect. We'll shoot that
It's
one
limited
first.
edition. You don't get it.
This bullet moves 20% faster.
I don't care. It's mine. I found it. Unless I'm totally misunderstanding who got what roll where.
I'm betting that single bullet was my roll.
Okay, I'm sorry.
With your crit fail?
Mm-hmm. It seems like lately these random number generators have really been having fun with me.
Well, you could always just leave it to simpler. Roll 1d10.
It was Misty's roll because she's the only one that actually got anything good on the rock roll.
Oh, so in that case, yeah, it is yours, and yeah, you can keep it.
Of that loot pile, Tatertot took the Sparkle Colas and the wooden bucket.
You have a bucket of the Bucket Brigade, and now a wooden bucket of the Knick-Knack Shop.
Yes.
Soon he will have his own bucket battalion.
Oh, and that Rainbow Dash bobblehead is getting duct taped to the dash of the car.
Yes. So that way it goes 20% faster, yes.
Oh, mostly just so it bobbles every time we hit a pothole, which is everywhere.
Or a raider.
Beat me to it.
Honestly, that'd be the only time it wouldn't bobble.
Bubble, bubble.
I will make it bobble.
Besides that, at stuff, most of the other shops, even if you were to go into them, don't seem to have anything in them, just from like glaring through the windows. Except for one that has what looks like a safe in the corner, but the door to that one is locked, so you'd have to roll lock it to get in there.
No, I think you mean it's open and we can go check out that safe.
Indeed, with the ingenuity of Tatertot's lockpicking skills, you can go check out safe.
I'm guessing that safe is already locked.
It's locked, but there's also a combination on the top of it, so...
I just rolled the best roll I
Nice.
could ever roll.
Nice.
Nice.
You have rolled the bestest roll. You pop open the safe. It's nothing too grand. Some more bobby pins, 5 specifically. Let me think. Pick a random canned food. That's what you get. That's another thing in there. I don't care which you pick. It's just a canned food. There's some .45 ammo in there. 6 rounds specifically. There is 10 308 hollow points and a box of 50 10mm as well as a 10mm pistol.
Yeah, I might suggest we take a short break for restroom and whatnot.
We will be back at 10:48 then.
Yeah, because we do kind of have a bit of a habit of just going without taking any kind of breaks.
I mean, how much longer are we going tonight? Because, I mean, most tabletop games I'm in, we don't take breaks at all.
Yeah, well, potty breaks are still needed on occasion. Besides, we're probably gonna be going for at least 45 minutes to an hour. But regardless, I do need to take a short break anyway. I don't think it would do me all that good to not have.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'd like to be going to bed soon. Because I'm sorry to be that guy. I have to wake up at 6 because of school.
I technically have to be awake at 8, but I can usually manage. I manage pretty well.
I don't
So
think about
going
at
until like
5:30 for
11
work.
or 12 is
no,
far
no.
from ideal.
I'd say we'll end at 11 then, so we're basically right there.
So
11.
Time zone,
11 to
please.
11:30.
What?
I am EST right now.
So in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 to 30 minutes will end
All right.
because they're not.
Oh wait, Masher uses the SMG. Never mind, Masher. You can have all the ammo. I'll just take the pistol.
So, as you loot the knick-knack shop and safe in nearby building, you continue on to get where you're going with minimal trouble, being mostly just the potholes that make the Rainbow Dash bobblehead bobble. But upon rounding a corner, you can see the ship a little bit in the distance. I don't have like a good token for that, so I'll just ping where it's at. Actually, I have a better idea. I'll just write where it's at. Well, where it will be when it gets here. There's not too much dramatic things happening in this section. We got some run out buildings, some dumpsters, trash here and there. There's some plasma mines that are armed, but they're perfectly visible and can be easily avoidable. There is some yellow dots on EFS, but after seeing one and it just being a rad roach, there's probably just rad roaches, 6 of them, according to the map, but that's about it. And yeah.
So, shall we set up camp then?
Survival. Yeah, you can set up camp. If you want to cook or anything, roll for like survivalism and whatnot to make a fire and cook and all that. If you want to just take a nap, then take a nap. Any of the things that you might do while camping and waiting.
Yep, I'd imagine that Masher's going to spend a lot of time just during the whole camping trip, just soaking up the rads in the water.
Yes, because the ship go here area is just water, so you can take a good soak there.
Gene, are you sure you don't want one of those hunting rifles from earlier?
Sure.
Okay, in that case, Tatertot, if you feel like it, you may work your magic.
Bam.
I have no idea what your
Alright.
magic does, but
I'm putting it into Discord.
cool.
Alright. So, as you're waiting, doing various tasks, this and that, and night comes and whatnot. You'll wake up the next day to the sound of a ship's horn blaring and like hollering about, hey, we're here, as they sort of flash the deck's lights over towards you guys.
So, out of curiosity, about how much rads did Masher take in, assuming he got the most time possible soaking up rads in the ocean?
Well, he could, in theory, just lay there all night looking at the stars if he wanted to, and get plenty of rads. I'm not sure if he does that, though. So, how long would you stay in that water?
I mean, how long do I have? All night, I guess.
All night, I'll give you 1,150. Because you just sat there and did nothing.
I assume no hungry beasties came along looking for a snack.
Well, besides the the rad roach that came over to you and that you glared at angrily before it left, no, there was nothing there.
Does that make you a glowing?
No, he needs it's a different template to be a glowing one.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he needs a prolonged period of time at those extremely high rad levels, or an extremely high level of rads in order to become a glowing one.
Let me check what the law has to say.
I believe it's 10,000 plus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe this is kind of the same as for black alicorns. A month of over 1,000 or 10,000 at once. Still, I think it's safe to say that Masher is pretty damn good on rads for us for a little while.
Yes, the ship will shine its lights down towards you all. One of the people on the upper deck will yell out, "Who's there?"
Allies of the fractured steel.
You got the paperwork to prove that?
Yep.
A Alicorn, along with 2 Earth ponies, will come down to inspect your paperwork and whatnot, saying that it's good and everything. And tell the ship to lower its weapons away from you.
My thanks.
We got a transmission that said you were doing a bit of work for our cell here on the islands.
Yes, that's accurate.
You've interacted with the Enclave here, albeit limited capacity, based on what I've heard. Would you say that they are of a good fighting force, based on what you've seen?
It's difficult to say, seeing as we only encountered a single small unit. Two of which are now dead. One of those being one of their colonels. At the very least, we know they're now down one high-ranking member of their leadership. But beyond that, it's hard to say for certain with such a limited encounter.
Well, according to the 11,000 Rads thing, he is a glowing one temporarily until he loses his Rads.
Well, he's staying away from us then.
Well, he can be right with us because I toss him this handy-dandy rad suit that is sponsored by Vim.
You really want to do anything you can to get rid of that damn suit, don't you?
It's more of he's our driver, and if we don't want to be stuck here for a day or two.
I mean, I'm happy to get out of the water before then.
So, what number would you stop at then?
999.
All right. Sure. Sure. The second you take the single Rad, though.
Here, with this water, and boom, just lights up.
Don't you know that's just how ghouls work? 1 second that they're perfectly normal, but then you give them some water, they turn into a glowing bright light.
Well, let me see what the other trait is, and then I'll get back to you for sure.
Although it does seem like even with the Enclave, even with their abandoned bases, their security camera feeds still seem to be fully active even in the abandoned bases. So that would be something to keep in mind for any future endeavors to try and scout out abandoned enclave bases.
Well, I guess we should get this other formality out of the way, since we may talk some other time, especially if you are working with us. I am General Stormwind of Fractured Steel. Nice to meet you, Mrs.
Ms. And my name is Barry.
Now, as for other things, I believe you have some stuff that you want to look at on our ship, along with the rest of your companions here.
Yep. My companions can apprise you better of what they individually are looking for. For me in particular, I was told that there would be that the ship would have a selection of cybernetics.
Yes, we do. And I will end this session here with you all going on the ship and doing all that. So, I hope you all enjoyed.
Yep.
I'm going to eat something, go to bed probably.
Yeah, it was pretty low key compared to the last session.
Hey, how much experience do we get for running over those raiders?
Those raiders. Well, you killed 7 of them.
Yeah.
So, let me check that.
And while you're checking that, I'll wrap up the stream. And to everyone who came and watched, I hope you all enjoyed it. Compared to the awesomeness of the last stream, this was a bit more low key, but I'd say we needed something a little bit of more downtime like that. And I hope you all come back next time. All right. Until next time, take care, everyone. Bye.